we not the type to play games. You can stake claims. Came to show the movement moving like a freight train, breaking walls and crumble earth with every step we take. We walking by with lash and your neck will break. Never let it stray, so say it wrong, we'll set it straight. So coming at us with an awkward demeanor is leaving your life in the dead of face. So pedal straight, avoid these shots, we send it all costs. Truly believing that it'll be different, we watching your body get hauled off. Simple as this, we giving the vibe of the revolution that we living within. Diminish the doubt of the haters that talk on the low because of this minuscule shit.
This is the dawning of the age of Sigmar, the age of Sigmar, yeah. Because it's toys. So many new toys. We had the big premiere of the new stuff from Games Workshop for the brand new Age of Sigmar over the weekend, and now we've got some previews. What's the difference between the new Age of Sigmar and the old Age of Sigmar? Well, it's a chance for them to take a look at some older figure sculpts and maybe represent them using the brand new technology and stuff like that. And maybe make them, better and last longer and whatever else is involved in the technology of making these things. But more importantly, because it's Games Workshop, it's a chance for them to change enough rules that you have to buy everything all over again. Right? Because that is the bane of being a Games Workshop person, let's face it. Anyways, yeah, I know. We're into almost June. And, at the start of 2024, their big thing was we were going to be doing fantasy, and it was going to be the other fantasy, the old world. But I guess somewhere they decided to do Age of Sigmar first. I guess maybe they were already working on Age of Sigmar before they made the promise to switch over to more fantasy this year. So they figured, let's finish what we started, and then we can do more old world stuff. Or maybe they just decided, hey, it's still fantasy. I don't know. It's Games Workshop. I don't know. I don't try to figure out how they think. I just like looking at their stuff. So let's see what we got previewed. And it looks like it was Skaven as far as the eye can see. So starting back from the preview, we've got the Ruination Chamber. Meet the unshackled Stormcast Eternal leaving the fight in Skaventide. So it's New Age of Sigmar, and I guess the story is called Skaventide. Unshakable Stormcast Eternal. Whoa! Oh my God, that's gorgeous. So we got Paladin type dude riding on a hippogriff, I guess. If I remember correctly, the Stormcast are the dudes who have been brought back from life to life so many times that they're like, are you still human? I mean, how many times do we reincarnate, resurrect, raise dead on our companion before they stop being our companion and stop being something else? Which is a question I don't think ever has been asked about raised dead and stuff like that before. I do remember in like original D&D, there was only a certain amount of times you could be brought back because you lost a point of constitution every time it happened. But I don't know if they ever explored the idea of, if after you've brought back to life like 8 times, are you still you? Or are you slowly been becoming something else? So it's cool that they explored this. I don't know if anybody ever has explored it otherwise. It would be interesting to look into it. I might do that as a side project. But anyways, we got Dude on Horse, and Dude on Horse looks amazing. He also comes, it looks like other variations on him. He even has like a name, it looks like. And then he's got like a little guy that follows him around. And look at him trying to copy him with his little scale sword, whatever this is. What is this? Hey, what is this? So he's holding something like a sword, point down, and then it goes to the hilt, and then on either end there's these 2 little sensors, I believe they're called, holding the little balls of fire, and then there's the epitomis scroll. I love the scroll idea, the holy text hanging from your uniform as some form of protection. I think the scroll is hanging from his belt, and there is nothing else attached to this. It's just a very unusual way to present the sensor. I mean, you can tell he's trying to copy his boss here. But yeah, it's a very unusual way to present this idea, but it's kind of cool. And we got some more dudes. And there we go. So we got some major, what are these guys called again? Stormcast Eternals. And I do like the idea of what happens to someone after you've brought them back through various magical ways, you know, a couple dozen times. All right, then we've got, obviously, it wouldn't be, oh, look at the comics. Oh, it's only Mark Hockman. On the other side of the fence, we got the Skaven, who I love the Skaven. This guy apparently is half Skaven, half unicorn, because he's got a horn coming out of his head, which is not something you normally see associated with rats, but I don't know. I guess he's got to be different. And he's riding on a giant rat, because that's what Skaven do, and he's got a gun. And knowing Skavens is probably a weird gun that like shoots bolts of plague or something. Some more views of our Skaven dude. Then we've got like a Skaven caster of some kind. He looks menacing. Or she. No, I think that's a he. And that's it. That's all they get, huh? And then some close-ups. And that we saw this before. The little Skaven plague cannon. This wouldn't work, but it is cool. But yeah, the recoil, you would constantly be teetering back and forth. And here's a close-up of this thing. And then we've got this Skaven with a periscope. Yes, everything's going fine over there. You guys keep going. I'm just going to stand over here on this hill, safely watching you, just in case things don't work. I can start running away now, and by the time they get to me, I won't. I mean, no, I'm totally behind you guys. More Skavens, being all Skaven-y. Do like the Skaven. Then we've got this machine gun thingy. This one would work. I do like the bolt. I mean, it's bolt action, but since it's bolt action, why does he have this gas canister thing on his back? And I think there's a dude here holding a shield for him, which we didn't have him before, so they must have changed the figure. And okay, so we got some Skavens. Do like us, our Skaven. We got the core book for the Skaventide storyline, which tells you everything that's going on in the Skaventide storyline in the new, oh, that's nice. That's gorgeous. The Celestial Spheres of Warhammer. They've done this before. Which of course means, hey, new book, new rules. Congratulations. And remember, this was done on the Twitch thingy, so you can watch it still. And they also have a link to it on the webpage, so you can watch the whole thing. Then we've got, there's a second game mode in a new Age of Sigmar called Spearhead. So you can play Age of Sigmar as normal, or you can play this little sort of mini game if you don't have enough time or whatever to play a normal game of Sigmar. Comes with, looks like we got some maps and some props and a book. And you could win a Warhammer Age of Sigmar box set as long as you willingly sign up for a whole bunch of other stuff. I didn't win. We didn't say you would win. We just said people would win. I don't recognize any of these names. We assure you everybody on that list is real, and they did in fact win. So here's the Warhammer Age of Sigmar Skaventide box set in all its glory. We've got our humans in their battle with the Skaven. Because rats are bad. Oh, turns out we were wrong. Rats are good. It was the fleas that were bad. There's the box set in all its glory. You get units for either side. You get some terrain and some, bibbly bops, whatever that thing there is. Just some stuff to decorate the table. Looks like the good guys have a couple angels on their side, or the bad guys. I mean, it depends on your point of view. The Skaven could be the good guys. The humans have a couple angels on their side, and the Skaven have this machine gun and some ogres. There's our dude again. I guess he's the commander of the humans. We already saw this fig. Who's this dude? Lord Veritrent. Blind Paladin. And he's got a pet hippogriff as well. And he has got a sword on fire. And he's walking around with a huge staff on fire. And he's blindfolded, or he's blind, and he's got this large thing on his back. He's definitely the kind of guy you want to follow into battle as long as you're behind him, so you don't get hit with that fire. You couldn't take him into a dungeon because that's, taller than him, so that's at least 7-8 feet tall. You'd be walking along, setting everything on fire as he's just plopping down the hallway. So, yeah, you probably want to be far enough behind him that he doesn't accidentally send you out of fire. You go first, dude. We're totally behind you. At least 20 feet, but we're totally behind you. I got this. Then I guess this is his younger brother who still, is using the torch mace, and but not blindfolded. And again, just like, yes, torches. And then here we have some more members of these dudes. There's another little helper dude. Here's some paladin type dudes. Here's another little helper dude. Yeah, so these guys look cool. Definitely could use them in any fantasy type game. Here are the angels. Yeah, we've got angels. What do you got? I'm got a machine gun. And then just your normal rank and file. And then on the Skaven side, we got our commander. We already saw him. We got our warlock. We got our engineer. We love him. He's just watching everything from the hill, making sure, oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, look, we're losing. I hear my mom calling out. Yep. We got the splat gun, which I don't think would work because of the recoil. But maybe the Skaven don't care. We've got some Skave ogres. Skogers. Skaven ogre is one word. I don't know how that works. SK, yeah, that doesn't work as a word. But hey, who cares? Then we've got these bolt action gas gun dudes, which I don't think that's how a bolt action rifle works, but okay. It's Skaven, so we can, forgive them. And we just got the normal rank and file rats. And here's the complete box. We have both the regular game and the little mini game. And it's everything you need and some other fun stuff, including alternate titles, alternate images. Here's the 3 biggest changes in Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Why you have to buy a new book and change everything. He, he, he. And it's an interview with this very unhappy looking gentleman who is the rules designer. And then if you're just, in case you had enough Skaven and want to see what's going on with the rest of the world of Warhammer, we got some new Gene Stealers. All right. Yep. I guess this guy's got to be different. Hey, 4 hands. No, me, man. I've only got 3 hands. Way more effective and cost less. You've only got 3, sir. Normally it's 4. Screw the 4th. I didn't want to pay for it. It's also got this incredibly huge head. So yeah, Gene Stealer cultist who I guess didn't want to pay for the full all 4 arms. And driving around and all our little Gene Stealer fun, a little Mad Max Gene Stealer action going here. So it's good to see that despite all the Age of Sigmar stuff going on, we still have time to look at a weird-looking Gene Stealer. We also have some new vehicles. This is for House of Heresy. Got a new tanky type thing. Very Thunderbirds Are Go look to it. That looks like something that would come out of Thunderbird 5 or 4, whatever it is. Then here's the classic steampunk tank. And then we've got, also for Horse of Heresy, this bulldozer tank for the Machinium Battle Group. So this is a group of dudes or robots, it looks like, actually, or cyborgs. And they have this sort of bulldozer thing, tank, troop carrier, field cleaner, cow catcher. That's called a cow catcher, in case you don't know. And that's about it. Next week we will have hopefully some stuff from Golden Demon. We'll have some new Age of Sigmar units. That guy looks awesome. Looks like we've got just the normal humans and some rangers coming to play. We've got a new novel. We've got this human barbarian who's all like, yes, look at heads of my enemies. Yep. And we got whatever this is. Demon cow minotaur. And we've got some more barbarians looking all barbarianish. Then we got some barbarians on horses. Then we got this, whatever this is, some type of just terrain, evil, culty thing that looks just freaking awesome. We've got this lovely young lady. Looks like she's a member of the vaguely Egyptian-themed undead with her pet snake. And then looks like we've got an angel of some kind who has 1, 2. No, okay, no, he's lean. Oh, okay, I see what's going on now. So this is the body. So arm, leg, hair, wings, way too thin shoulders. Dude, eat a sandwich. And then this is the cloak. I thought those were the legs. But now that I see what it is, they're standing on this piece of terrain and has an unbelievably long cloak, which I suppose looks cool when they're flying, but is completely impractical when they're on the ground. It'd be like dragging a 5 foot, 10 foot long wedding train behind them, which looks good for the 15 feet the bride has to walk down the aisle at the wedding, but in combat, no, you'd be getting that snagged on stuff all the time. And that's it for toys for today. Let's see what Mar Hockman has to say for himself. Oh, who cares? It's Mar Hockman. GW isn't bankrupt yet? No, I don't think so, considering how much of an amazing year they had last year. Maybe it's an emergency craft time. No, it's probably about the usual cycle of them changing things. Same soul, different body. That's how it goes in Hiberia. Skaven Arcanist, I cast Glock. Gene Stealers are Heresy. Okay, yep, that's it for this week's toys. This is the dawning of the Age of Sigmar. Brand new Sigmar. Yay. Tons of new fantasy figures that you could use for anything that requires fantasy tape figures. If you have a Games Workshop in your neighborhood /town /city /country, head on down there and check out, you know, some of the freebies and get a free game preview paint thing. That's how they hook you in. You know, the first one's free. And then you're like, oh man, I really like this game. I want to go again. And then you go back and they're like, oh, okay, you want to get more? That'll be, I don't know, your house. Just, you know, what do you think you can get for your house if you sold it right now? I don't know, like 200,000. That'll cover one army. Thank you. Just give us the deed. Skip the middleman. We needed a new Games Workshop anyways. Yeah. God love them. But yeah, it's just, you know, I can forgive them because the toys are cool. Till next time, all I want for my birthday is big stompy mechs. Big stompy mechs. Big.